Let's talk Tanya for the fourth day of the first Adar. We are in the middle of a conversation about negative emotions in general, and specifically in this chapter, the Alter Rebbe is talking about shame and frustration over our character flaws. And in the last 2 days, the Alter Rebbe has told us, number one, that character flaws are mitzvah opportunities. That's what we spoke about 2 days ago. Yesterday, the Alter Rebbe gave us a reality check and says our frustration comes from arrogance and delusion and not having proper or realistic expectations. Because our expectation should be that we're supposed to struggle. That's who we are. We are not tzaddikim. We are meant to struggle. That's our lot in life. But as we said yesterday, that doesn't really satisfy us, because why would that be our lot in life? What's the point in all the struggling? They say the story about a person who was incarcerated. He was in prison, and for 25 years, he's in this cell, and there's this heavy wheel on the wall. And all day, 8 hours a day, he's made to turn the wheel. It's difficult labor. But the jailer told him that on the other side of the wall, there's a mill. And by him turning the mill, he's providing flour or water to a nearby village. After 25 years, he's finally released from prison. And the first thing he does, he goes to the other side of the wall. He wants to see the mill that he's been powering for the last 2.5 decades. He comes and he sees nothing. There's nothing there. It was just a wheel. And as the story goes, he has a heart attack, he collapses, and he dies on the spot. The hard work didn't kill him. But the knowledge that the hard work was all for nothing, that's what killed him. Here we are in life, struggling against the animal soul. Is it just turning a wheel? Are we accomplishing anything? So in today's Tanya, the Alter Rebbe answers with a resounding yes. The Alter Rebbe quotes the Zohar. The Zohar tells us, which means that when klipa, when the forces of impurity are suppressed, so the glory of God is revealed in all the worlds. And the basic idea is that in ourselves, in our bodies, we have the force of holiness, which is our godly soul, and we have the force of unholiness, which is our animal soul. When we suppress our animal soul, we have a corresponding effect cosmically in all the worlds, and that is that the forces of klipa are suppressed wherever they may be. And when the forces of klipa are suppressed, automatically that causes a tremendous flow of divine energy into all the worlds, because klipa is what covers and conceals the divine. And when it is suppressed, we cause a flow of energy into all the worlds. Think about that. Your animal soul throws a temptation in your way. Do this, do that, do the other. And you push away that temptation and you feel disgusted with yourself. Why did I even have that desire? Instead of feeling disgusted with yourself, take a moment and stop and realize what you just accomplished. You suppressed your sitra achra, your unholiness within you, that caused a suppression of all the power of unholiness in all the universe and all the spiritual worlds, and a great revelation of godliness everywhere. That's pretty awesome. That's what we accomplish every single time we suppress the animal soul. And therefore, the Alter Rebbe continues and says, V'lochin, I want to read these powerful words. And therefore, the person should not be upset, and should not be overly distressed. Even if this person spends their entire life engaged in this battle. Perhaps this is the reason why you were created. This is your work. To always suppress the forces of the sitra achra, the forces of unholiness. A few years ago, I took my family on a Cholamoyed trip. We went to a game zone, and there was one game over there that really caught my attention. And afterwards, I learned that the name of this game is called Whack-A-Mole. Fascinating game. I was glued to this game, watching it 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Yeah, you have a table over there, and there's a few different holes, and there are crocodiles that come out of the holes, and you have a hammer in your hand, and a crocodile comes, you're supposed to smash the crocodile. Then it comes from another hole, smash. Every time you smash the crocodile, it goes back in its hole, and they come at you from different directions, and every single time you smash, you get points for smashing the crocodile. And I thought to myself, wow, chapter 27 of Tanya, this is life. Our whole life is one big game of whack-a-mole. We have the Nefesh HaBahamis, sticks out its ugly head, rears its head, and our job is to take a hammer and smash it, suppress it, send it back to its hole. But we know it's coming from another direction, and another direction, and another direction, and that's fine. That's our job. And every single time we do it, we are having a cosmic impact, and understanding what we are accomplishing can give us actually energy and excitement in this important work that we are doing. In tomorrow's Tanya, we're going to find out an additional component, which is the tremendous pleasure that God receives every single time that we suppress our animal soul.